G'day. This is Dazza from Down Under, the Intergalactic Federation on YouTube, and today we are doing... I wonder if this mic is working at all. I don't think it is, because I've got something else plugged into the mic channel, which will probably take that mic away. You can hear me. Let's go. This is the Wurlitzer WX30 Keyboard Computer. This was at one point serviced by Semelec, Electronic Piano, Organ and Keyboard Service. I'm being paid, this is a paid review, by a friend of mine who owns this, who wants me to do a little look-see at a vintage Wurlitzer. And we're going to ask the question, is it worth having a vintage Wurlitzer in the year 2025? In fact, this is the last day of 2025, so let's do it for 2026, which is tomorrow. You know, there's calendars and stuff. All right, first thing about this, there's a few keys that don't work. Right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 don't work from B to E, which means there might be some contact in there, which can probably be repaired if you're looking, if you know what you're doing. There's two synth sections here, Syntha Solo and 1 and Syntha Solo 2, and these can be layered. And the first thing you notice about this is the volumes work in reverse to what we're used to. So the master volume is right down, and that's maximum volume. Now, I have got this synced up via MIDI in, and I'm using the outputs here, with the auxiliary outputs, they're RCA, and I'm sending them into two separate channels here, so that I've got gain, so I can boost this up a lot more. It wasn't enough. When I had it running on this channel, I had to have it right up. And there's also, you might notice, some discrepancy between left and right channel. The right channel is always just a little bit louder than the left, and this way I can compensate for that, like boosting. See, I'm actually going to boost that quite a bit. Put back, just to get like a, even then it's really not, like I can push that right up, and it just makes it even more exaggerated. You can see one channel's louder than the other, and there's quite a bit of hiss there now too, when I brought that right up. I've got volume at max, I've got all these volumes at max, but once we start layering, it might output a bit more oomph. So what I'm saying is, compared to modern equipment, the gain out of this is not that loud. It's not that punchy compared to, say, the Yamaha Montage, the Sub 37. But it is one of the early digital computer keyboards, which makes it interesting. It's got a rhythm section here. It's got a program for like some melody and chords. It'll do like automatic melody and chord type stuff, accompaniment. There's an orchestrator here, which adds bass, a combo 1 and combo 2. There's dancing chords, like yeah, and touch tone and memory. So it can store stuff in memory, which is cool too. We have to look at that. And it's very much of its time. It was probably very advanced for its time. It's got takes a card reader in there. I don't even know what, that's like a 32-pin card of some sort. We're not even going to go there, because those things are, I suppose you could get your own board and plug it in there. But what would you use it for? I really don't know. And we won't be testing the MIDI in, the MIDI, sorry. We won't be testing MIDI out. Okay, let's start by hearing some of the sounds, and if we'll identify problems as they come up, and then we'll try and have a bit of a jam. Now, if I press play over here, turn those drums down, and turn these drums So that's coming from here. This is Disco 1, Disco 2. Let's go up to the top corner. We've got Waltz, Tango. Now, these sounds can be used with other sounds, like you can layer them in, or I've got sounds over here with the EMX, which is a much more modern machine. There must be a fill function here too. Here we go, break. Let's quiet that down again. So there it is. That's actually kind of cool. But I want more welly, and it's distinctly louder in one speaker than the other. The right speaker here is cranking. There was a bit of a cut there. Sorry, there was a high pass on that. I can compensate with volume. Let's go through the rest of these. Country. People are probably sampling this off YouTube. Who knows? It very much reminds me of my Nana's organ that she had in the lounge room. Rumba, that was Foxtrot. Break. Break 2. And that was the intro ending button there. Well, there's a cartridge button here, which is probably to load from the cartridge. Let's try some more with the intro. This is 12/8 Slow Rock 4/4. Oh, it does an automatic drum fill. We'll do a fill and we'll change it. That's a straight sort of a swing. Again, this problem of one side being much louder than the other. The sound is very... Let's just see if we can compensate. Yeah, look, that's probably one of the biggest problems it's having. And I've tried the headphone out, and it's doing it out of the headphone out at the same time as it does the same problem of having unbalanced left and right from the headphones. Here's the swing, shuffle, here's shuffle, and swing, and bossa nova. I'm going to level the two volumes. I'm going to keep them level despite that imbalance. I'm going to put reverb there. Gentle reverb. And if I put some delay on there, I'm not even hearing that delay, why not? Out of control. Okay. Rock, reggae. Yeah, man. Bring back in my other beat. Oh, okay, so we're not in sync. Right. Okay, let me just stop here. That's interesting because it's being started by this RC505. My master clock, but the tempo looks like it's stuck on 140, whereas the tempo up here is 125. So the tempo is, although the stop-start is being triggered, it's not synchronized to an external tempo, external tempo. I do have the pitch detuned. I have detuned the pitch of this by 30 cents, I hope. Let me cross-check that with a actual tuner. I'll put a tuner here and have a look-see at... Yep, it's in 432. You can see that there. perfect. All right, it's actually in tune. And I'm not in standard tuning. My whole rig is tuned to an A4 equals 432 Hertz. And there goes a whole bunch of viewers. Bye. Why is this not clocking to external tempo? That to me is a huge problem. Duet transposer. We might have to dig into the programmer. Step display. Display melody. Chords. No. Key start. That would be, I'll do that. This is a huge problem. If it won't clock the tempo to an external clock, which it's not doing. Right, so what's happening there? It's only playing while I'm holding the key down, which is this key start function here. I'll turn that off. It's not resolving my problem. This is locked at 140 BPM. Over here we have improviser vibes. There's sounds. This is sustain, tremolo, magic chords, improviser, mono, portamento, magic chords, improviser, and these are selections of sound. We'll go through those sounds in a moment. But if I can't get this to lock to tempo, what if the problem's not there. Look, I will just bypass this MIDI splitter and go in the back of the 505 just to see if that does anything. I'll speed it up. Oh, hang on, that is reacting to tempo. Okay. Right, so that reacted to tempo there. Let me take this back out of here. Sorry, I'm wasting your time here. Go back in the splitter. Take that back into there. Do that again. Okay, well that's in time. That's good. Okay, yep, they're clocking. All right, my bad. Maybe they were clocking all the time and I just didn't notice. So this is disco. Disco 2. Right, and it is clocking to external tempo, my bad. And actually, now this is saying 128. 128. And that is saying 169. So what's 128? It's not the BPM. But at least we're in time. Let's go disco 1 again. This is where we started. Alright. And we can hear there's a basic, just a snare drum from over here. Slow it down. Right, okay. So we've got drums working. That's a start. Now there is an orchestrator here, which is clearly a big part of what's going on. It provides a accompaniment of some kind, like multiple combinations. We've got bass, combo 1, combo 2, and dancing chords. Dancing chords, young and whatever, only 70. 10 chords. That was my ABBA impersonation. What next? Because I don't want to get into the combos yet. That's just way too confusing. Let's just get some basic sounds. So here's jazz, all right? But jazz is not working down here in the bottom little sections. I'm also noticing as I press this, the other lights are sort of coming on there and down here. That is not meant to happen. That's just like it's being moved around. The PCB is being affected. Well, this is interesting because now I've lost all these keys. I don't know why. You would think if there was something activated like bass or combo, that would explain that. They're back. Oh, okay. Right, so this is like bass. Oh. Huh? Right. So this synth A solo one, it starts there. And down here you got bass. And if I turn bass off, you got nothing. Alright? Okay. So this orchestrator works down here in this lower octave. Blank ones. Alright, and that. Okay. That's a mean bass sound. I quite like that. Combo, I would assume combo is once everything... I like that bass. Dancing chords. Okay. Wow, now that was... So stop that there. That was touch tone and it activated everything going. Let's put it on key start. There we go. And do a drum fill. Woo, we changed it and it went away. If I come back to here, does it activate? Right, so these are very cheesy I'd say 1970s, 1980s, early 80s sounds, MIDI preset sounds. Dancing chords is not working. That's a severe disappointment. I'd love to know what dancing chords means, but maybe it's a combination of things that I need, or maybe that button is just not working. Memory. Now, memory you'd think would do something. Maybe memory needs the card, the cartridge, and we don't know. This is now reading 128, and I don't know what that means either. I don't know how to change it either. Is it possible to... Oh, 134, 140, 145. Okay, so I'm increasing this by increments, and it's going 127, 122, 118, 114, 109, 107, 104, 100, 97, 92, 89, 88, 85. I like the way it goes down but also up while I'm pressing the negative button. I'm down to 30, 40. I'm going backwards, right? I'm going to... Now it's stopped at 40. Okay. There's also this number 1 here, and it's a guessing game as to what any of this means. Programmer. Melody, chords. Synth A1 solo. Let's run it again, see what happens. Oh yeah! So I just removed combos and melody and chords, see what melody does. It stops it. That's nice. Oh, it's got some chords on here. That's pretty. G7, C, E7. F minor, C. Right. It's cycling through some chords. It's counting bars. What's this? 16 and 17. I have no idea what that is. It's obviously some preset memory stuff in there. We're up to 20 minutes of this. Okay, let's have a look at just the sounds. And I'm going to say already we've identified the number one problem with this. It's confusing to use. We don't know what's happening with this LED, with this screen. And we don't know what the numbers mean, which is a problem. Dancing chords doesn't seem to be working. It doesn't light. And it doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything when it does when we play. Let's have a look at the sounds. Now keep in mind that's only bass down there. So from this G up to the top, minus those 8 notes we're missing right there. Let's go back to the 80s, folks. And my nana had all this on her organ, I swear to God. Now, the limitation here is being able to modify these sounds beyond, that was church organ. This is piano. Oh wow, that's a piano. Being able to modify these sounds beyond just layers and splits. And I don't even know if we can do splits. Apart from this split down here where the bass is supposed to be. I wonder if combo effects... Now that says electric piano, but it sounds like a glockenspiel. Or one of those, that pan drum on the island. Harpsichord, honky tonk. Yeah, clarinet. And I notice like there's red light. There's strings. It might be usable. Accordion. Banjo. Well, that's coming on strong. It wants to do some stuff there. Vibes, steel drum. This is the real steel drum. What I called a pan drum before. Now we've got sustain. It lights. We've got tremolo. We're going to put that on the strings. Tremolo fast. Magic chords. Let's run some drums. And it's gone mono. It's only playing mono. That's not interesting. Where that went mono. It's no longer doing chords, so I need to get the chords back. Turn off whatever I put on there. Take off the sustain, the tremolo, and the magic chords. And now I've got a chord. So that just went into mono mode for some reason. There's a mono button on Synth A Solo 2 on the Solo 2 section. And there's a duet button which obviously then combines them. Okay, it's in off at the moment, which is cute. Let's just go through each of these. We can turn that one off. Oh, nice. There's nothing there. That's good. Trumpet. Am I doing something wrong here? I know these work because I've had sound out of them before. Do I need this one on? That's my organ. I'm going to press duet and see if that changes anything. Okay, we've lost our dear friends in Solo 2 over here. They've just gone away. I'll put Brilliance on because we need a bit of Brilliance. That would help. Improviser, Magic Chords. Let's just put all of these on. Okay, that mono button is not lighting. Portamento is lighting. Magic Chords. You gotta love the sound of that. Magic Chords and Dancing Chords. I think Wurlitzer needs to bring back the Magic Chords and the Dancing Chords personally. But Syntha Solo 2, and I assume Syntha is Italian, or like wherever Wurlitzer come from. I should look that up. Does it? Do some research. You're getting paid. Do some research, man. Clarinet, pan flute, plan B, flute, synth A, synth 1. There's nothing happening here. That's really stressful. I'm sure I had this one working on its own. I'm fiddling with the volume here. Turn it right down. Oh, we've lost everything in this red section here. And the mono light is not lighting. So there's multiple complex problems there. Let's bring this back in. So that's working. We're in duet mode. Pull that one down. Transposer. Turn that off. We don't know what it does. Oh, it won't turn off. Transposer's not turning off now. It's stuck on. Well, that serves me right. There we go. It's off. You've got to press real hard. Honest opinion, most of those sounds at this point are not really usable in a modern context. And this whole section, like if I was able to layer, surely it goes out that auxiliary output. What happens if I take this back to where it was? So I'm pressing plus here, and the numbers are changing on here. 70, 80, it's going up numerically. That's impressive. 109, 113, 117, 121, 125. It's jumping in 2s and 4s, and so it's gone 129, 134, 139, 143. I put it back at 140. But even as I'm scrolling up with the plus or minus on here, whatever these numbers represent, it's not doing it evenly or accurately. I turn that off. No, that's not good. Brilliance off. So there is no sound coming from this right now, and I'm sure I had the sounds coming out of there on a previous time. I'm going to turn it off and turn it back on again. See if that makes a difference. This says 120 when it starts up. Now I'm hearing. So okay, so something has affected this one off. Right, that is synth. That's the Solo 2 working. Let's balance that with the Solo 1. Right. So this has to be in duet mode for both of them to work. Am I right? No. Oh, this is crazy. I press on here. Maybe it has to be in mono. What if I do combo? Okay, so what's happening, even though it's in duet mode, if I turn this on, this turns off. If I turn this on, that turns off. And I'm certain I've had both of them working together. Geez, do you want to be careful with these plastic dials? They're going to break under heavy use. Alright, I think I'm going to have to conclude the review of this Wurlitzer WX30 keyboard computer on the basis I'm about to lose my bloody thing. I mean, I'm not real impressed. It's age, and we can all relate to that. In its day, this was probably pretty whiz-bang compared to the size of the organ in my grandma's lounge room. I can continue button pushing here, but it's not going to get me anywhere but angry. Yeah, I'm in duet mode, and it's just not. How about I just like press a whole bunch of buttons, and we see what happens. That's the clarinet. That's pan flute. Add brilliance. Oh, I know why it went into mono. I pressed mono, probably, and the light doesn't come on. No, that's not working. They're playing together. So that's not mono. Long story short, there's a whole bunch of things here that don't work. And now these are working. That's interesting. Now these are all working down here. They're still not working. Take a breath, Dazza. It's just a review. You know how Jimi Hendrix set fire to a guitar one time? Like, that's what I would be doing with this, honestly. You just put some lighter fluid just in here, and like a spark. Any kind of spark will do. You know, a match, cigarette lighter. You know, some protective equipment. Problem solved. Yeah. Can I do anything with this at all? Let's try. So that's tango. Yeah. Let's change the perspective here. Cheap and cheesy sounds there out of the stop. Let me take these out of here. Let me run these straight into the loop bar, if they'll reach. Let's take this around here. Oh, this is dangerous. I like to live dangerously. That is not going to plug in. Alright, take that out of there. Hopefully move this around here without breaking anything. Oh, wow. Living on the edge. Okay, I'm going to go into there. Let's try this and see if it works. Cheryl. Whoa, you can hear the hum. That's partly because of the amp simulator which is on here. We can just turn that off. Okay, I can almost reach that. Let's do all that again. Okay, so let's record those drums. Stop those drums. Now we've got our bass. I could lay out more drums there. I don't know what that is. I don't know where that sound came from. So I'm going to stop that, restart it, and then loop the drums again. I don't mind that sound there. You could amp that up a bit and make it more interesting, like run it through this distortion. Notice we now have the two sounds working together. They haven't turned each other off. So we have layered two sounds. I'll take that distortion off. There you go, amp simulator. Now that's strings with cello. We need something that's more complementary. Synth one. We need like dancing chords. This is where we need the dancing chords. Magic chords, try that. Improviser. Bring these drums in. These drums. Right, so I accidentally looped those drums, didn't mean to. Try that again. 2, 3. That was not what I really wanted. 2, 3. I mean, you're only limited by your imagination. So a synth sound here, auto. Try this. I quite like that bass sound. It's got one bass sound, but it's not a bad one. The output is not as strong as what you'd want, but I can compensate here. I could redo those drums. Drum pattern here needs to be. Alright, I'm going to stop there. That's enough of this. Mind you, I could get quite carried away just sampling this thing. That's enough. Interesting. There's sounds in here. Like, in theory, you can make sounds out of anything. But where you're limited is in your ability to change the sounds that are preset in here. Synth A solo 1 lower. Oh no. Yeah, and some of these buttons are real sticky. That bass goes quite low, and it's a nice round warm tone. Let me do another one. Let's just start again. 1. This drum drums coming in from somewhere that shouldn't. I don't want. Might have been from over here. No, I want that off. If I press go here. Alright. So these drums, I don't want those drums while I'm looping. Here we go. Oh, I stuffed that up. I pressed it too fast. So if you were going to make sounds out of it, you could do things like this. Strings and synth 1. I need to use 2 hands here. 2, 3. And you feel like you're straight back in the 80s for sure. Put some effects on. Now we're in the 2026s of 26. Some heavier drums. And then you go into like solo mode. I'm only hearing one sound here. I can't. Somehow that all end up in the loop. I don't even know what that is. So I'm going to stop now. That's like the third time I've said I'm going to stop. The problem I'm having is understanding what's actually going on with these buttons, combined with I'm pretty sure they're not doing what they're supposed to do when you press them. Some buttons don't work. Some buttons do work, but they don't light up, so you don't know if they're on or not. At the moment I've got sounds down here. There's also reverb there. I don't know where that reverb's come from. There were sounds that came in before that I don't know what they were. Maybe that was the dancing chords function, but that light is not working. The mono light is not working in Synth Solo 2. And I've just about had enough. I need a break. History. It is a piece of history. It probably belongs in a museum, but it also probably belongs in a garbage tip as well, given how far technology has progressed and just the age of the PCB, the fatigue in the buttons, the keys not working here. I mean, if you're a real nerd and a real geek, you could fix it up. But would it be worth it for those kind of sounds anyway, when you can get better sounds out of a laptop for free? So, to answer the question, is the Wurlitzer WX30 Keyboard Computer worth it in 2026? Probably not. Probably not. Maybe if you've got a working one, but this must be, how old is it? 1970s, 1980s? It's like 40 or 50 years old. And I don't think they were designed to last that long. They were designed to be used en masse, like for a mass of people, to be affordable and cheap. There's all a bunch of copyrights here mentioning the name Hofner. 1985, it says copyright 1985, there you go, Back to the Future. 1985. Yeah. For my money, it's not getting the sounds you would want in 2026, but it's fun to play around. And you saw what I was getting in the jam there. You can kind of make electro housey kind of sounds, but you need to add effects to it. You need to loop things up. And the drums are just more of a gimmick than usable. And the sounds are gimmicky. They're not really punchy, loud, or strong compared to other things I've got going on here. So that's it. I'm gonna wrap that up. That's all I can do. I hope that has I hope I have met the criteria of the task of reviewing the Wurlitzer WX30 keyboard computer. And may I never have to do one of these ever again. No, I'm joking. I quite love doing this. This is fun. Happy New Year. Have a good 2026. And I'll see you in the future. Bye.